So we just finished a new construction property. I'm going to take you to the house and we're going to walk through the property together. We're going to see the bedrooms, all the fixtures that we used, and then I'm going to take you back to the office so you can see the numbers breakdown. What do we pay for it? How much did it cost to build? What do we sell it for? All that stuff, so you can deploy this strategy. But what I want us to understand when we're doing real estate, y'all, is collective financing. I partnered up with some other builders and investors to do this deal because I firmly believe, it took me years to understand, I want a smaller piece of a larger pie as opposed to eating the entire small pie, okay? Let's do it. Okay, class, it's Kris Haskins with therealestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Thank you for working with me today, Kayvon. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely, Mr. Kris, no problem.
So I decided to work with some builders and investors in my area. We came together. I don't even know how it was, Kayvon. We just started talking, and he told me he was building, and I'm like, I got some money, so we decided that I would put some money in to build these properties here, and here they are, right here. So here are the properties. The second one is the one that we just finished, and it is sold. I believe they sold it for $318, but it took about 3 months, and we are in the beautiful city of Suffolk, Virginia, and this part of town is called Hollywood. So you see they got another one there that they're going to be doing, but that is our house right there. And we're gonna meet the builder / investor so you can see all the stuff he does too. So I can't remember who approached who, as Kayvon was asking me earlier. I'm like, it is important for the environment that you're in to be able to touch different people that are doing things. So I like to put myself in an environment where people are doing things and building or flipping or whatever, so I can plug into what they're already doing and make a few dollars with them, as opposed to trying to make all the money myself. I've learned that if you work as a team, you can make way more. So let's talk to Larry and walk through this property together. All right, so I'm here with the investor and builder, Larry Pendleton.
Sir,
Good to see you, buddy.
always a pleasure, Kris.
Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Larry Pendleton, the investor CPA out of Norfolk, Virginia. I've been doing real estate investing for over a decade. Been a CPA for over two decades. Seems like it. But now our focus now is more so new construction, and we buy mortgage notes and just educating people on the different investment opportunities.
Cool.
So
cool.
Here, most of our new construction is in Suffolk, Virginia right now, where the price points make the most sense at.
Mm-hmm.
And just continue to grow and build with one of our partners here, Kris, and move on to the next one from there.
Let's do it. Thank you, Dave. Thanks for working with me, brother.
Oh man, appreciate it. This has been a long time coming.
That's right. Things happen. All right, Kayvon, let's just walk down a little bit. So, Larry, you bought this land here, and if you want to see the full scope of this, there's a video right there. You can go back and see the before and the land and how it all came together. Larry, just give me the backstory on what we got going on here.
Yep, so we got 3 separate lots here. 2 we got from city auction. 1 we just got from the private owner. Actually, this house over here, 323 Brick Street, that was actually a flip. It was about 1,100 square feet, 3.2. That one just closed. But he couldn't build on this one, so we bought this for him.
Wasn't big enough?
It wasn't big enough. He just the capital wasn't there for him to do the new construction. So it's big enough to build on with the right size houses. Cause that same model could have fit here, so we're just bringing our models, which are a little probably about 700 square feet bigger, an extra half bath, but can kind of fit into to the space here with a 1-car garage.
Cool.
As well.
So our product here, tell us about our product we have here.
Yep, this is my partner Terrion Conyers, Class A contractor for Tier 1 construction. So we partnered up, became CP Realty. This is our Bugatti model.
Booker T.
We both graduates from Booker T. Washington.
In Norfolk?
Yeah, in Norfolk.
Okay.
He from Diggs, from Poplar Hall. So
What?
So we come together. We're married graduates, so we just
cool.
keep the connections going from there.
All right.
So saw opportunities, especially in Hampton Roads in general, where there's a lot of these micro small lots, like so between 20, 25 feet lots. So it was okay. We can make a house that's kind of fit into them,
Cool.
still be spacious, especially for the starter homes as well. So
It feels so good here.
this one we were in and out construction for about 3 months.
Fast. Real quick before you don't move. Aaron, you're watching this. Make sure you give him some before and afters while we're walking through. All right.
Yep. So
This is a 3.
this is 2.5, 1,800 livable square feet around that.
1,800.
Yep.
Smells so good in here, Kayvon. What do you think? I forgot to say thanks for Kayvon for working with me too. Hey, thank you, brother. A is the man on the backside.
So
Kayvon,
pretty much your open concept.
so what you doing spending all this money on these light fixtures, or these light switches? Larry,
Classy up a little bit.
tell them that no, this ain't cheap though.
No. Come to like you selling somebody a home they're going to be living. We up the cost in certain areas, like little details like that.
These things are like 3.
Now, if it was a rental property, yeah, we're probably going into your normal
switch.
normal light switches. But try to keep it all in mind for this is going to be someone's home. Make it a little more appealing from there. Isn't going to break the bank on us too badly.
It won't. Good. We need to do it. I like you got your black fixtures are in. Black fixtures.
Yep. Appliances all in.
Wow, look at this.
Countertops, granite. So kind of like I said.
This looks like quartz, man.
Yep. So like I said,
Got quartz here.
something like I said, soft close
Upgraded.
cabinets.
Man, this feels good.
Keeping that all in mind. Like like I said, when the difference between when you selling somebody their home and you're making a rental property, those type of fixtures and stuff kind of make a huge difference to home buyers there. So
You showing the deck, Kayvon?
yeah, small deck.
Still tight. You good, man? We just looking out. Fenced in backyard.
Yep. So
They said him will be on camera. Oh, dang.
everything we try to do have a fence on it. So even the house over here that we're building, same model, will be fenced in as well. And then once we break ground on over here, which is going to be 325 bricks, that's going to be all fenced in as well.
We're waiting for that address over there, right?
Yep. All that should be cleared up in the next week or so we can start breaking ground, putting the footers in for that one.
I would hope to be a part of that one if I can. I would love to be a part of that one.
So so this one was on the market for a week.
Give me a shot from over there.
Got it on the contract, closing the end of this month. So actually what's today?
Today's the 20th.
20th. So next week. Yeah,
I need
30th. So closing on the 30th. So
talk me through here. We got white cabinets, gray. Is that something I normally do?
Just kind of different tones, but still kind of all kind of clash together. You kind of have that gray and that white, and then you have the black, the black sink and black stove.
Now, do you put refrigerators in them all the time?
Not all the time, but we definitely because of how we measure out the kitchens. So it's okay. We got a certain type of fridge that can fit here, and it's part of our appliance package as well.
Okay, cool. All right. Anything else downstairs we need to look at? Show the bathroom. Oh, we got
bathrooms.
Yep.
Anything? Yep. So
utility room.
Yep. Utility room here. We got a hot water heater, washer dryer hookup here as well. So we'll let them bring in their own washer and dryer. But yep, all set up here with the utility room.
All right. I see you got go ahead. You can go I see you got black fixtures on the doorknobs too.
Yep, just some little eye popping. Good recommendation from Celie is our interior designer. So she kind of points out stuff.
Black fixture here. Show them the black fixture there on that door.
Oh, yep. So
the handles. You'd be surprised at how those black things. See how the kitchen too. Y'all, you flip it around, Kayvon.
Yep, all on the cabinets.
All the black fixtures on cabinets too. It's in, man.
Yeah, just
And we got black here too for the sink fixture. This stuff is in, brother.
Yep.
Same thing we're doing, dog. Ain't nothing.
so we test some things out.
Oh, I like that wall light there. Skunk. Is that like a skunks? Is that what they call that?
Yep.
That's nice. I wanted to do that in my house, but it costs money.
Yeah, definitely something like with the fixtures and the lights and stuff. It was like, okay, it still fits our numbers. I mean, we're all keeping our eye on these tariffs and all that. So if that does play an impact, okay, we can cut down on the extra stuff, but at least we know we're not going way overboard now.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, 3-2 up here,
Okay.
Jack and Jill bathroom. So instead of the jump tub, we just do a regular tub and then a nice tile design around it.
Man, that is so sweet.
Once again, if we got to go back to the jump tubs, we will, but we're able
What's
to
a
still
jump
make
tub, Larry? What do you mean?
So I'm not sure what you call it. We got the tub, and that's all. It has
Oh,
like
the one piece.
The one piece, yeah. One piece
I
like
ain't
tub,
doing that.
shower.
I'm not doing that.
You said you don't do those either.
No way. So you got quartz, black fixtures, black on black on black on black on the window, and the black over there. Black. We back in. We in. Yo. You got black going around the. I love the fact that these are vertical too. It's the same thing I did in my shower. I love the black here too. What do you think, Kayvon?
Nice.
This is nice too. So the one piece tub, yeah, I wouldn't do that in a new construction. But you can though.
I mean, you can, but
Cheaper.
But once again, it's our numbers work with what we're doing.
Yeah.
We make it eye popping, but let's say we'll keep tabs on the prices start rising up and where those type of cuts have to go. So that's just kind of part of doing the assessment.
I noticed there's no communal bathroom, and I love that because if you upstairs, I mean, if you downstairs, you don't need to use the bathroom up here.
Right. So we got the half bath downstairs for the guests.
For the guests, yeah. You got a towel closet here. Closet.
So you got your master suite here. So one walk-in closet, and then you got your extra closets here. We know who used most of the closet space.
We'll be lucky to have one half of those. Have a half. She got this too, and your primary.
And then we just did a straight shower setup here.
That's all we do.
So only time we're bringing the tubs in that second room because you probably have younger kids. Yeah. Especially in the starter home. So.
Well, Larry, even with the tubs, we never even use a tub anyway. When last time you took it to a bath?
I mean, I like to give myself a little spa day. So every now and then, I'll jump in the tub.
When last time you took a bath, Kayvon?
Yeah, wow.
I haven't taken a bath. It's been a decade. Okay, so all right, well,
you got yourself a spa day, man.
Maybe I'm out of touch. You got black on black on black on black down here and black. I love it. I love it, y'all. We got, black fixture here, towel rack, with a diverter and the shower head. Man, that's sexy. That's sexy. I love it. I love it. Okay.
Well, that's where we're at. This one will be a lovely home for someone.
Sold in a week.
After next week.
Sold in a week.
This looks like pass these keys on.
The color looks like almost like an off-white, antique white maybe. Larry, what color you know it is?
It's not antique white. We go back and forth on these off-whites that we bring in.
Like a yogurt?
Yeah.
The top panel, 2-panel.
We were big on like agreeable gray.
Yeah, we use that for years too.
A lot. So, but like I said, that's all she wrote at this point. So
we're done.
Yeah,
all right. So
on to the next one.
Cool. So we'll go back to the office and show you, break down the numbers on this deal here. All right. Larry, anything else you want to leave for people that are interested in getting into the business and doing what we do?
No, main thing, this is a team sport. You gotta make sure you got the right people around you. It's tough. It's tough finding good people. So there's a lot of vetting, a lot of overseeing of people. But once you have the right folks, team. It's not about being greedy. Everyone can eat at the table and go on to the next thing and do something bigger from here.
I love it. Love it. Thanks, Larry. Let's go back to the office. Wasn't that a wonderful new construction property? First time home buyer's dream, y'all. Now, the color, the green in the front, I did not necessarily like it when we first pulled up. However, it has grown on me, and the fact that the builders and these investors are willing to be daring, try something a little different, out of the norm. I think it's extremely admirable for them to go out there and try a new color that no one else is using, right? Because I haven't seen any green like that on any other house. So let's go over these numbers on this new construction flip. Now, as you watch this, if you have any investment capital that you would like to get working in one of our real estate deals, just put a comment below or send us an email. Go to my website. You can find me on Instagram or any other social media. Let me know. We would love to show you what we have to offer, because you know we're always in a real estate deal. So we pay a fair rate of return for using capital and partnering up with people just like you. So reach out to me if you got some capital. All right, ARV on this one. Remember, we thought it was going to be 307, 310. They sold it for 318. Hey, give me a hand clap on that. A hand clap on that. That's cool, right? And I think 318 is a fair price for 1,800 square foot house with a garage. Purchase price. Now, if you remember, you can go back to the old videos. This is going to be a 3-part video. This is part 3. The first video was where we were buying the land. Where the first video was where I didn't even know if I wanted to do the deal. Second video was we went out there, we started the new construction, we were halfway through. Now this video is the final video. If you remember, they paid $55K for the acquisition, but it was 2 lots. So we're going to do 55,000 divided by 2. So in essence, they paid $27,500 for this lot, the one deal that we're doing now. I would hopefully be involved in the other ones, but we'll see how that goes. The construction cost on this to build is $185,000. Now, this is where we got to hold on to our seatbelts, because this is where most investors really lose their shirt trying to figure out how to do this business. Holding and closing costs. Holding and closing costs. You got to remember this stuff. If you don't allocate for this, then you ain't going to make no money, honey. Realtor fees, we already know. If you have realtor, if you're selling a property on market and you have realtor fees, let's say it's going to be 6%. What's that? 6, 12, 18. It's going to be $19K. Off the top. That's just what it's going to be. You cannot necessarily avoid paying 6% realtor fees. Now you may be able to chop it here, pull a 0.5% or 1% somewhere else. That's fine. But remember, I am just the money side on this deal. So I'm not in charge necessarily on how they run their inner workings of their business. So realtor fees, $19K. Interest on the money. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm going to make my money. So that's going to be my fee. Let's say $7,000, $8,000 for interest. Taxes. Every day they hold on to this property. You're going to have to pay Caesar his money. So every day is calculating just like the insurance. Excuse me. Every day insurance is cranking. This stuff adds up. This is where I see investors not making money that they want to make because they don't add all this stuff in. Utilities, you got water bill, power, gas, electric, all this stuff. What else is another one I'm missing? Water, gas, electric, sewer. That's right. Sometimes we got to pay and drain water. Did you know that the city says since you're taking up some of the square footage of the land and you have a driveway, that they are charging us to remove the rainwater from your property? Then that's going to be part of your utility bill. We got maintenance. Who's going to clean this place constantly while it's being sold? Who's going to deal with the landscaping? Who's going to deal with the cutting of the grass? All this stuff adds up, and you better make sure you put it in. Now, here's 2 big ones most investors don't even calculate. Home inspection. Yes, you do have a home inspection even if you're selling the property and it is a new construction house. Yes, so he's already had the home inspection. I should have asked him what items popped up, but he had a whole bunch of things that That's why we saw the guy there that was working on the property. Those were things that the home inspector found. You even have stuff when the buyer goes in to buy a property, they hire this home inspector. They pay him $400 to $500 to walk through and find something wrong with the property. So the home inspector's like, I paid you $500. You better find something wrong with that property, boy. I paid you all that money. So they want to make sure that the home inspector has to find something, or he can't say, yep, I didn't find anything. That's $500, man. That ain't happening. And then you have to, as the owners and the sellers, we have to go fix all the things that the home inspector finds. So this adds up to $3,000 too that we didn't expect to spend. So make sure you incorporate your home inspection for that buyer. And last, sometimes, not all the time, we have to pay for the buyer's closing costs. That could be another 3%. So that's $360. That's another $10,000 added on top just to hold and close and get out of this loan. And a lot of people are saying, I ain't paying no buyer's closing costs. I'm just not gonna do it. They got their own loan, they can pay for it. Let me tell you, if you want to sell your house, you'll be happy to pay 3% buyer's closing costs. And you're the seller. You gotta pay sellers and buyer's closing costs. Stuff adds up. So minimum is gonna be 10%. That's gonna be $31,000. So we got what it's worth, ARV. And remember, the ARV is the after repair value. The after repair value, what can we sell it for? Minus purchase price, $27,500, minus construction, $185,000, minus 10% holding closing costs, that's gonna be roughly $30,000. Now, here's another thing. So many things dealing with new construction. Tap fees. Now, every time you do a new construction, you have to plug into the city utilities, water, sewer line, right? Now, a lot of times, you have to do new taps, and the city will charge you accordingly. So I'm just gonna add on 20 grand. I think we calculated 10 grand last time on our last video. But to do tap fees here, to be able to plug into the water and plug into the sewer, Larry told me it was roughly $20,000. $20,000 just to be able to plug into the city utilities. Who else thinks that's not fair, right? I mean, good gracious. They are just raping us investors. But I love the city and I want them to provide water and the sewer just like we paid for, okay? Do I think it's fair? No, but welcome to doing business in America. Tap fees, good God. That was a real, I'm telling you, my first tap fee, I'll never forget when I paid it. I was really shook. I'm like, you mean to tell me I gotta pay 20 on top of all this other stuff? Okay, so our profit, let's take all this down. In fact, I've gotta do it right here with you. In a minute, let me get a drum roll if you don't mind. That's 318. Oops, we got 318,000. We sold it for more than what we thought. Minus 27.5, minus 185, minus 20 tap fees, minus 31 in costs. So a total, drum roll if you don't mind, A. Drum roll on this one's gonna be plus or minus 54K. Plus or minus 54K profit. That's gonna be profit for the investors. Because remember, my profit is here on I am the money. I put up the money for this deal, not all of it, a portion of the money for this deal. So I'm getting paid interest on the deal, okay? So once you do all this stuff, you got plus or minus, make sure I had to put that, plus or minus 54,000. Now, I'm not counting their money. They need to go make as much money. I want people to make as much as they can. And I have learned it is better to make a little bit, it is better to make a small piece of a large pie than try to get a big piece of the whole pie, right, of a small pie. So you can determine what you want to do for your business. If I poured into you today, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Please share this information. Let people know. You see, I'll put some other videos right here you can go to. You can see the full playlist of me looking at the land and deciding whether I want to do it and breaking down the numbers. So you understand how this business works. You can plug in to some other investors in your area or plug into us. I would love to work with you and see what type of value we can create together. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.